You know what I mean? I said I'm gonna go ahead and cause right now, like I said, I ain't gonna get that spot, that joint we went to. I ain't gonna get that joint, so I'm gonna just hop out around the crib and then just, you know what I'm saying, just do it from the garage, cause that seemed more discreet too. Don't nobody really go back there. Get what I'm saying? So I'm gonna have that shit looking like a real live grow house. You know what I mean?
I might pass the ball, but this is no game.
Right.
Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay.
You feel me? So
I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody go
I'm about to actually looking right.
Right pocket got euros.
Got to.
Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm
That's why I said that joint on what's the name? Cause I seen what's the name, Jim Jones and them was talking about it on the Breakfast Club. Nah, he was talking about the grow shit. They like Jim Jones put some money. I guess he invested some money into some shit called Saucy. It's like a basically like a weed company. And they be growing their shit in farms and all that shit, bro. Like, he even said that shit like real estate right now. He said, bro, this shit. He said he had to get into that shit. He said this shit is like real estate. You feel me? Because I was like, at first, yeah, I wasn't really paying attention too, but when they started talking about he even had the like the package, like, was
we've
like
had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field.
But he said
nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Washington Redskins. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
Like you said, that shit really stuff. I'm on some shit like down right.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
What time was you trying to link? Because I'm about to play this game right quick.
This is Marlon Mack, third-year running back. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game.
On second down, here's a run with Mack. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he's able to get the...
Hold on, I thought you had the punt there. I thought you had the point there. Like, what's going on? Ain't no 4th down rule.
He's taken down at the 36.
Like what? Like yeah.
First down. Right side, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
I'm not even trying to play this shit. Niggas doing shit like that. That shit weak as hell. Yeah, nigga, it was 4th and 1. Yeah, it was 4th and 1. Yeah, I thought niggas had to punt that shit. It was 4th and 1. You wasn't past the 50. Like, you feel me? What's going on? I thought it was this. I thought it was this league the whole time. Yeah, punt that shit.
Come on now, let's go.
Nah, it's this league too, bro.
And what is this? They're lining up here to... And what in the world? Now they're going to fake it.
I knew he was going to do that.
And it's incomplete. That's one of the strangest play calls you'll ever see. But they'll get it back. It's 2nd down. Well, folks, I guess just when you think you've seen it all, you see a fake punt in that situation. A little unorthodox. But the incompletion, and now it's 2nd down. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back.
Every time I play this thing, this shit be lagging. Like,
Set, 180.
59.
Hey, alert 33.
This is Dion Lewis now in his 9th NFL season. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll stay with Lewis here on 1st down. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. From the gun, Mayfield. He's got his man. This is Tate. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
every time I play this thing, this shit.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards on the play, first down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
He's coming. We got double. Real. Check. Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, alert 33.
And Mayfield just getting the play off. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Tight yard.
Campbell making the catch. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
Okay, I'm not so great at math. I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback? Or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
Okay, just like that.
They'll give to the fullback. This is wide. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Alert! Greystone, travel.
You got tight. You got tight.
They'll go with Foreman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal.
Alert 3.
They'll run for it with Dion Lewis. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
When people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now a run with Mack. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Man, I'm out here working.
Check, watch the before. Man, 80. Hey, yo, 80. Here I come.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Solomon Thomas in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hurry! Run. I got it.
From just shy of midfield, Mayfield. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. A 1 yard gain there following the 3 yard pickup on first down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Mayfield now from the 50. And Tate's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This is Lewis. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. The fullback Watt with a run. Taking it right down Broadway. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Derek Watt. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
The safety, Patrick Chung, is the one who makes the stop. From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. He'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Here's Ryan Allen now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Mayfield looks to throw. Sets up the screen to Lewis. Lewis has the first down and then some, as they'll finally stop him at the 23-yard line. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10, and he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ball game. To throw, Mayfield. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. So we've reached halftime here in D.C. in our nation's capital with a home team, the Redskins, on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They run. This is Lewis. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey! Watch the edge. 25. Check 25.
Now a carry for the fullback. This is Watt. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll try to run for it. Lewis. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. Here's J.K. Scott now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Solomon Thomas, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
To try again after the sack, Darnold. Call it a gain of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll start things on 1st down to Dion Lewis. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing, often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They try again with Lewis. Vontez Burfict, the one to get him down. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
180. Hurry. I'm coming up to you. Point it right. Check.
On 3rd down, it's Lewis. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
That's crazy.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Not the result they were looking for there on 3rd down. They end up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now, the punter, gets to go out there and show mom that he gets to play in the game. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll run with Mack. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
And he finds Seals Jones complete. The end result, 21 yards. Darnold now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Real shit. That should be cheating. How you not jump for that?
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
I swear that shit right, man.
Shoot! Watch the safety creep. Sponge, lady. Sponge. No.
How you not jump?
On 1st down, it's Darnold. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Solomon Thomas make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Darnold completes it. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw.
Look at that. It's both people over there. Come on.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Back to throw, Darnold. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target. And it's 2nd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. The second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
He's checking. Ready?
They run. Devontae Freeman. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown,
This shit garbage,
Chicago.
though, bro. I swear they be getting nigga flip
Devontae Freeman.
Time,
His first touchdown here of the new campaign. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. A second down run with Lewis. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. This defense really clamping down. Although they're losing the game still, this second half has been theirs.
And they're winning it. I almost equate it to being a boxer. And whenever you see a good fight, the guy who is on his toes and doing the punching, that's the guy who's winning. And that's the way they're going at it defensively now. Much more aggressive in their calls, much more aggressive in their pursuit.
Again, it's Lewis. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check. Two draw quarters.
Now Lewis here on first down. Dion Lewis, 20, 10, for touchdown, Washington. Dion Lewis, his 5th touchdown now on the year. Well, the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
That shit is not gonna work on me.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now it's Darnold. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
His defense
trying to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Completes this one to Meredith. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here's Darnold. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Redskins are going to win the football game. On 1st down, Lewis. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lewis. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Good game, man.
So a victory here for the Washington Redskins, and it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for Washington, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Chicago, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash.